In the grand tapestry of human flaws, there is a thread so deceptively beautiful, so alluring bright, it can blind us to its true nature. This is the thread of vanity. Often dismissed as mere self-love, its roots run far deeper, into a barren soil where nothing of substance can grow. It is not just a sin. It is a spiritual void, a gilded cage we build for ourselves, decorated with mirrors that reflect everything but our true soul. Vanity whispers a sweet and simple lie, that your worth is measured by what others see. It promises admiration, envy, and desire. It tells you that if you can just perfect the exterior, the face, the body, the image, you will find happiness. And so the chase begins. A chase for the perfect angle, the most flattering light, the admiration of strangers. But it is a race with no finish line, a thirst that no amount of praise can ever quench. The more you feed the beast of vanity, the hungrier it becomes, leaving you hollowed out, a beautiful shell with nothing inside. This isn't a new phenomenon. The ancient scriptures tell a powerful story of this very emptiness. Consider the tale of King Nebuchadnezzar, a man of immense power, builder of one of the world's wonders, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. He stood on his palace roof, gazing at the magnificent city he had built, and his heart swelled with pride. Is not this the great Babylon I have built as the royal residence by my mighty power and for the glory of my majesty? He declared. His focus was entirely on his own glory, his own power, his own image. In that very moment, his vanity consumed him. He was stripped of his kingdom, his reason, and was driven into the wild to live like an animal. His story is a stark reminder that when we worship our own reflection, we lose sight of our humanity. True worth was never found in the monuments we build to ourselves, but in the humility and connection we build with others and with the divine. Today, vanity has found a new, unprecedented temple: the digital world. Social media, a landscape of curated perfection. Every scroll is a parade of flawless faces, exotic vacations, and seemingly effortless success. We are bombarded with images that have been filtered, edited, and staged to project an ideal that doesn't exist. We compare our raw, unedited lives to someone else's highlight reel, and we inevitably find ourselves wanting. This digital vanity creates a culture of performance. We are no longer just living our lives. We are broadcasting them, constantly auditioning for the approval of an unseen audience. The tools of modern vanity are more sophisticated than ever. Filter apps that smooth every pore, slim every feature, and create a digital mask that bears little resemblance to the person behind the screen. We present this perfected avatar to the world, and for a fleeting moment, the likes and comments feel like validation. But what happens when the screen turns off? The reflection in the mirror doesn't match the one online. This disconnect, this gap between our real self and our fabricated image, creates a profound and painful loneliness. We are loved for being someone we are not, which means our true self remains unseen and unloved. This chase for external perfection often leads down a more permanent path, the world of cosmetic procedures. The desire to halt time, to sculpt the body into an ever-youthful ideal. While the choice is personal, the motivation often stems from the same empty well of vanity. It's the belief that changing the outside will fix the inside. But a person can alter their face and body endlessly, chasing an impossible standard of beauty, only to find that the feeling of inadequacy, the inner ugliness, remains untouched. It's like repainting a crumbling house. The exterior might look new for a while, but the foundation is still rotting away. True beauty isn't chiseled by a surgeon's scalpel. It is cultivated through kindness, empathy, and wisdom. It is the light that shines from within, a light that no filter can replicate and no procedure can create. The ultimate tragedy of vanity is the profound lack of connection it fosters. When we are obsessed with our own image, we cannot truly see the people around us. Conversations become opportunities to talk about ourselves. Relationships become transactional, valued for how they reflect on us. We see others not as souls to connect with, but as audiences to impress or competitors to surpass. This self-absorption builds invisible walls, isolating us in our own echo chamber of praise and insecurity. We crave genuine connection, but our vanity makes us incapable of the vulnerability required to achieve it. We end up surrounded by admirers, but utterly alone, starved for the authentic human bond that our soul truly needs. The inner ugliness that results is a slow, creeping decay. Bitterness takes root when someone else gets more attention. Envy poisons our hearts when we see others possessing the beauty or status we covet. Insecurity becomes a constant companion, whispering that we are never good enough. We become brittle, fragile beings whose self-worth shatters with a single critical comment or an unflattering photograph. This is the spiritual death that vanity promises, a life spent polishing a statue while the soul starves to death inside. The exterior may be stunning, but the interior world becomes a desolate landscape of fear and resentment. So how do we break free? The antidote to vanity is not self-hate, but authentic self-acceptance. It begins with turning the gaze inward. It's about discovering that your worth is inherent and unconditional. It is not tied to your appearance, your accomplishments, or the number of likes you receive. It is found in your capacity for love, your resilience in the face of hardship, your unique perspective on the world. It is about cultivating an inner life so rich and fulfilling that the external world's validation becomes irrelevant. Embrace your imperfections. They are the marks of a life lived, the stories etched into your being. True connection is born from vulnerability, from daring to show your real, unfiltered self to the world. Find joy not in being seen, but in seeing. See the beauty in others and nature in the simple, unglamorous moments of everyday life. Shift your focus from how do I look to how can I love, from what can I get to what can I give. Vanity offers a beautiful prison, but the door is unlocked. You only need to turn away from the mirror and walk out into the real world with all its beautiful, messy, and imperfect glory. For it is only when we stop trying to be beautiful that we truly become it. It is in humility, in service, and in genuine connection that we find the substantial, lasting fulfillment that our souls have been searching for all along. That is a beauty that never fades.